Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is my final copy. Well, not my copy, but my final version of Lion and the Lamb depiction of heaven. And I came here to talk about. I'm going to show you this picture while I'm talking. But I came here to talk about decluttering because I've been dealing with that for the last, I want to say, 8 years, at least 8 years. And I went through the KonMari, I went through other people. What's that other guy that had their talk at Google? The two guys, and I just still couldn't do it. And I didn't know what it was that was keeping me from throwing things away. I didn't know. And I couldn't, the sparking joy thing, and I couldn't really. I mean, I kind of understood what that meant, but a lot of things I just couldn't part with. And I felt like they all kind of sparked joy. And even if they didn't spark joy, I felt like I needed to keep it. So the point of it is, recently I have started on my decluttering again. And it was really different this time. And this time, I'm able to feel inspired. Whereas before, everything just, when I look at just what I need to declutter, it just felt I just did it drudgingly, let's say. And then this time around, I felt really inspired, and there's a difference. I mean, there's a reason for that. And I'm just going to give you an example. So, for example, I had this little one-person sofa attached to a little round table, and it was bright red. It was made out of polyester, and the tabletop was linoleum. And I bought it for a lot of money. And it's like you can put it in your office or whatever. It's just really cute. And the little seat that comes attached with the little table, it's like a little sofa. It's just so cute. I used it for like a total of maybe 3 times in the last 8 years, let's say. I didn't use it. And I had 2 other chairs that I got rid of. So I got rid of that little sofa thing. And then I got rid of 2 folding chairs that were really nice. They're outdoors, and they're beigey white. And they go with a lot of things, but I find that I slide off. The fabric is also plastic, so you kind of slide off of it after a while. And you know how it's not very comfortable after a while. But it looked good. But I ended up getting rid of it for pretty much just throwing it away almost. And I ended up buying 4 more chairs. I got rid of 3 chairs, and I ended up buying 4 more chairs. And I bought 2 of the same because I like them in pairs. So 2 roller chairs are black. They're plastic, but they have a flat surface, and I actually use it now to put my art supplies on it. And because you can roll it around, and the legs are just very simple. The lines are very simple, and it doesn't distract you. And what I didn't like about the sofa was it was very distracting. The color itself distracted. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I can throw a fabric on it. I can pin some fabrics on it. I could adjust. But also it was like a tube. It went down to the floor. So it covered, the area where you put your legs. And it was a big tube. And it kind of just took up space wherever it is. Whichever room, because we have small rooms here. But wherever it is, it just draws attention. And I realize I don't like things that draw attention anymore. So the point of it is, I'm going to state the point. Okay, and I bought 2 other chairs that were just as 4 total, 2 of the same and 2 of the other and the same. And the 2 that I got, one was very stable, and I feel like I could almost just meditate on it. And it's got simple legs. You could see the color of the floor. It doesn't take up that much space. I mean, it just looks lighter. It feels better when you sit on it. It feels stable. And this is the chair that is my favorite, and I use it to draw. I use it to do my painting, and this is where I sit. And so I realized that even though, so the one of the blockages or one of the problems that people have when they're about to throw stuff, the overwhelm they call it, is because they cannot throw away something that they feel like they still need. For example, if someone throws away they only have four, let's say they only have, okay, 4 chairs. Let's say they only have 4 chairs. And they cannot fathom throwing away because they need the 4 chairs. So they'll keep it. But those 4 chairs have no inspiration. They don't inspire that person. They don't even want to sit on it. It's not comfortable. Or maybe the color scheme is wrong. Just something there. Like if you just feel that, that it actually drags the whole room down by having those 4 chairs. So a lot of times, even though we have the thing that we think we want to buy, so we're always buying more, and we feel guilty because we already have it. But the issue lies with the fact that whatever we have has expired, and it no longer inspires us. And that was a lesson that I actually didn't really hear in that exact way from anyone. And I didn't have that, I didn't know how to throw things away that I felt like I needed. Okay. So, so I ended up having to buy something, and then I felt like, now it's even over I'm like maybe 12 chairs total. So I had to get rid of the old ones, even though I hardly used it. It was 90% new. But I had to get rid of it. And then the new ones that I have, it's like an upgrade. And then, for example, okay, normal, I bought really expensive stainless steel step-on type of, let's say, like the what do you call it, garbage cans. And then I find this, and I'm blown away, and I'm like, okay, this is great. So this can be a garbage can. This actually is sold, and you can put a bag on it, and you can even make it out of, let's say, wires, hangers, and then it kind of collapses, and you can actually take it with you if you want to take it somewhere. And so I realized all I really wanted to use for a garbage can was a plastic bag. That's all I really wanted. And I thought I needed all these things that actually just weighed me down. And even though I'm going to buy more things, but what I get rid of, it's the uninspiring part of it. So, so the problem is most people think that they cannot throw it away because they need it, and then they need something to sit on. And so if you buy something that inspires you, and then throw it away, and not keep it for a rainy day, because a lot of times we buy something and we don't use it, or we're keeping it for a rainy day because it's so nice that we don't want to use it, we don't want to ruin it, so then it just sits there until 8 years later it expires from our inspiration. That actually can expire. Our desire to use it will leave, and we'll no longer desire to use it at all. And so it becomes clutter and becomes a drag, a dead weight. So I find that the problem is not getting rid of stuff. The problem is knowing what is what feels inspirational to you. And also, before that I started this, I also prayed a lot. I think it really helped because, I don't know, there's something in the spiritual realm that governs things that are unseen, and praying really helps. Praying before everything. Just to pray and ask for help and keep asking for help until you get it. But this was the major breakthrough for me. Thank you. Thanks for coming and visiting me.